Hello, welcome to today's video diary for finding my way with Pi, purpose, intention, and emotion. I am Pi.
I'm Hubs. Hubby, I got nothing.
You got your Maui shirt on?
I do.
With Maui's hook?
Yep.
It's awesome. Well, I took, I think it was 3, maybe 4-day break. Time feels like a little bit of a time warp right now because we had a completely sleepless night on the way back from Maui. A red-eye flight. And it seemed like, you know, we left on Sunday evening, and then it seemed like Monday just didn't exist at all because it was...
Never went to bed.
No, it was odd. But, so here we are, back to life, back home. I am curious for you, what did it feel like coming home? How did it feel to get home?
It felt good. Like no matter, well, usually, no matter where you go, even if it's really nice, I think ultimately you want to get back home at some point just because it feels comfortable and normal and it's your stuff and they're in your, you know, it's in its place where you expect it to be and you know, things like that. So it was really good, even though Hawaii was a very cool experience. It was good to be home.
Yeah, I agree. I felt like it was almost like putting on a very comfortable house slippers, like slipping back into something that was very familiar and comfortable. And yeah, again, like to repeat what you said, like Hawaii was so neat, but coming home, I slept so good in our bed. Our coffee tasted amazing because we are coffee snobs, and we had like all of our fix-ins, and it tasted great at home. And you know, I woke up this morning and I had completely taken a break from my gratitude journal for the whole week that we were there, which is probably the first time in 2.5 years that I haven't done my gratitude journal for a week. So as I was writing in my gratitude journal, 3 things I'm grateful for this morning, it's one of the first things I do when I get up. I wrote, I'm so thankful to have a home that I absolutely adore and a home I absolutely love, not just the place, but the people to come home to. That was very cool. Just thinking about Maui and Hawaii, I'm gonna put you on the spot for just a minute.
Okay.
What was or were your favorite things about this trip?
Oh, so I guess first it would be seeing someplace new, right? Completely different. I think in the same vein then going and exploring we kind of stayed in one part of the island where we were at, but it was pretty cool. It was the northwest part of the island, and going out and like walking out on like the old like a peninsula, like a lava flow, right? And then seeing the tide pools in it and the different way that the rock cooled, right? You had these veins of like, I don't know, maybe some kind of ore that was in the lava flow that cooled, and it was a completely different color and texture, and there was flat pieces and jagged pieces, and the waves are crashing against it. That was really cool. And then just the vegetation, right? Even walking along a little coastal trail, and like you got these bushes and trees you're walking through, and then all of a sudden it spills out into this bay that you super blue water, and you look down and there's like sea turtles hanging out and all that. So just taking it all in, I think was probably the coolest part about going out and trekking around there and experiencing that new place.
Yeah. So I didn't think that we would ever make it to Hawaii. One, I think just the way I grew up and having a little bit of overcoming that scarcity or poverty mindset, it just always felt like a dream and this almost untouchable thing. Even though maybe we could have done it a little bit sooner. I think when we got to the point when we probably could have done it and afforded it, then it was like, oh, it's not going to happen because I didn't want to make you uncomfortable with your fear of flying, and it was just crippling anxiety almost. You always made it through. It's not...
I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah. But very uncomfortable. So I don't know, do you want to tell me a little bit about how that felt for you this time? Did you have any anxiety flying? Did it come up? If it did, what did you do in the moment? And
I did not have any.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
At all? Like none? No old pattern? No nothing?
No. None. As morbid as the reason is for me getting past it, just, yeah. It was going to be what it was going to be, so.
So you may have shared this before in a video diary, and I'm not sure, but one of the things that Hubby has shared with me that helped him, I don't know if you completely overcame it, although I'm shocked to hear that you had no anxiety at all, but get past, I'll say, your fear of flying was to be okay with dying.
Well, I think in its simplistic form, in this specific instance, that was it, right? So it's with any fear that way, for me, it was like, okay, what is it that you're afraid of? What is the fear, the outcome? And I'm trying to apply it in a lot of different other areas, but what is the thing, right? Because it's ultimately that's guiding you, right? It causes the anxiety and the feelings. So if you get a hold of that and you make peace with that outcome, for me, that's what works. And in this case, obviously, with your fear of flying, well, it's being 30,000 feet in the air and all of a sudden you just fall, right? Because gravity's constant. So that was the fear, right? And to get past it, I had to be okay with that. So every time I get on a plane, as morbid as it sounds, I'm okay with that.
That's amazing.
I mean, even worse, it's because we were all together.
I don't know if it's worse or better.
Not that I would want that outcome for you guys ever, but
like morbidly romantic. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of sweet. Yes. Well, I appreciate it. I have so much gratitude for it. This, I think one of the things for me, and I'm really not sure if we had gone a couple of years ago. I think timing was as it was meant to be. You know, a few years ago, for me being unwell, you know, and extreme burnout and some depression and anxiety and not feeling okay and not having cultivated my ability to be able to be mindful and in the moment, which I've been working really hard on for getting close to a year now. That the first day we got there, and we were very tired because getting there was also a very long journey, but the first day we got there, you and I went out for about a 30-minute walk, and I felt like I was walking on another planet. I was like, look at that flower, and look at this tree, and oh my gosh, that's a canopy of flowers, and look at, well, those are bananas growing, and there's pineapple tree, and there's pineapples growing over here, and look at the roots on that thing, and then there's coconuts over here, and look at this plant and that plant. I don't know, what was that like for you? Were you in that state of awe like I was, or were you watching me walk through this landscape like a kid? Just, what was that like?
We're different people. I don't react that way, but it was neat to see it because it is so different, kind of going back to what I was talking about, like taking in the new landscape. Did I even say snorkeling? Did I talk about that at all?
No, we didn't talk about snorkeling.
No, that's cool too. But yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, you taking it all in and looking, and even I though was looking at different plants. Like you see a bush that's got these leaves that look like they're just made out of wax, right? So you walk over there and you touch it, and you're like, you know, and there's this big green one the size of my hand, right? And then there's another one right next to it that's red, that's like a pointy leaf, the same texture though, and it's like, right? And then a lizard runs out on it.
Yes.
So just not.
And all the animals, and then like we walk down to the bay, and there's like 3 sea turtles, and they're there, and they're poking their heads up in the water, and the kids were standing a few feet away from it, but I took a picture of them. They were almost like silhouettes because the sun was setting behind them over the water in the island, and there's a sea turtle head poking out of the water, and they're like looking at it. It was just like, are we in another world? And we really were, but that's what it felt like. It just felt like tapping into the magic, and it was so cool. So well, I'll stop pestering you with questions, but the last day that we were there, I woke up at like 5 a.m. or something crazy, and we ended up drinking coffee out on the patio, and it was a beautiful day. And he sat and wrote a poem for a while, so I'm going to read it now, just to wrap up this video. It's called What Maui Meant to Me. This place was always a dream, so far away, untouchable, yet closer than it seemed. It felt like a wild hope, something others got to do, until that day you asked if I wanted to go with you. Overcoming your fear of flying, choosing living over dying without visiting this beautiful place full of color and life, exotic and graced with salty sea breeze and sea turtles. It was worth overcoming all the hurdles. The mental dilemmas we impose on ourselves that keep us recycling our own personal hells. This time, we flew. We embraced this new day to come here together and experience each new wave of wonder and awe above and below the turquoise water calls. Day one, meaning and symbolism in the journey. Getting there can be grueling, but the effort is key. The anticipation building, the realization of a dream, heartfelt gratitude to arrive in this latitude. Day two, discovery of this place of dreams, the flowers above and the tree canopies, the waves gently lapping on the shore, the sea turtles sunning and feeding and searching for more, the bananas and pineapples and coconut trees, the volcanic rock peninsulas and palm trees, tide pools and waves crashing on the rocks, distant islands, volcano tipped with clouds on top. Day three, celebration of my birthday and this experience. Blessed to be together, blessed to live it. Venturing through the enchanted forest at Honolulu Bay, snorkeling together in the Rocky Cay, enthusiastically back to Kapalua, eager for more in this stunning vista. Day four, replenish after playing hard and soaking up sun. Day five, play and snorkeling, warm waters full of new wonders and fun. Day six, savor the moments, this place and time with each other. Day seven, farewell and gratitude for the adventure. Life can be full of awe and wonder and fun, so long as we don't stop ourselves before we've begun. Say yes to living with curiosity. Find yourself alive and living your dream. Making memories and having fun, each little wonder or annoyance part of the sum of the entire adventure. I'm so thankful to have been here. These days left an imprint of gratitude on my heart. Pie and Hubby and Tato and Scar. This neat, goofy, precious family of ours.
I could never write anything like that. Ever in my life.
Well, you don't have to.
I know.
That was amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
So thanks for being with us on this journey. We're so glad you're here. And well, I will see you tomorrow.
I might. Who knows?
Bye.
Bye.